Do you have any expectations of tonight's meeting?
None. I hope to address a vicious rumor.
Vicious.
Vicious, yes.
Could I know what that rumor is before it spread further?
I'm told that we have someone who has been fired recently for looking for another job.
I heard the same thing, like Lampley or somebody like that.
No, it wasn't Lampley.
Night shift guy, maybe?
No, he was day shift.
Well, my rumors are different than yours. But anyway, well, thank you, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
Like rats from a sinking ship.
Are we rats in a sinking ship?
You already heard me.
I hope not.
You heard me ramble 14 hours. Alright, how's everybody doing? Y'all gonna be part of the meeting? Come up here, please. Alright, we'll start off with a small safety brief, and what I'm going to discuss today is last few nights we've had some rain coming in. The weather's changing. Please be sure you have your jackets, all your appropriate things that you need, a rain slicker, some gloves, things like this, because these storms can come up quickly. They can have wind, they can blow up dust, get in your eyes, get in your throat. You need your goggles and your scarves. Also with that is the chill, which we can all catch the flu, whatever around here. Laundry is not an easy thing, but if you have a way before it gets really cold, get your fleece and stuff in the laundry, let them wash it so that it's at least clean to start out with. And you might want to do yourself a favor, get your can of Lysol if you can. Spray a little bit around. If you're in a room with somebody that's sick, you're breathing that air over and over again. And I don't know about y'all, but I got an Air Force guy in my B hut. He snores like a bear in hibernation. I know I'm breathing his air. So with that being said, trying to get you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Life for Vegas, Miss Tony, everybody. Thank you, Miss Tony. See, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? It's a little, just small. It's the little things, right?
I can do.
But you know, and pay attention to what it is. You know, they were talking about lightning this morning. I was out having a cigarette last night, and Mr. Converse walked by me and kind of looked at me, and I thought, this is stupid. I'm back there in the old smoking area on that big metal platform. It's wet from the rain, surrounded by sea wire, having a cigarette. Not smart. So think about your surroundings. Think about this weather. Get ready for the winter months. Get ready for all the colds and flus and snotty hands and people wiping their mouths and shaking your hand and all that other good stuff, and the at-yous and the DFAC and good things like that. So be prepared on your weather. Our QC reports that have been coming back are looking really good. Not having any violations this week. Let's keep the trend rolling. I appreciate everything that everyone's doing. It's looking really good, and they're noticing. We do have a new rotation coming in. I believe we got 3 new females today. And we got 3 new females today, and with that there's going to be more. So it's going to be a little crowded around here. There's going to be some new faces. Obviously be friendly, do what we're supposed to do, but realize that you never get the second chance to make a first impression. So kind of keep that going with everyone that's coming here.
I did hear that.
Excuse me.
You what?
We were talking about the boom that just went off.
Okay. All right. That's really about all I've got on those issues. John's going to speak for a minute, and we'll have an open discussion.
Again, I'm your new interim on-site HR rep. I'm here for you guys, to help you. You guys got issues? My door's open, come to me. If I don't give you an immediate answer, I'll get you an answer. May take a day or two. I think we got one satisfied customer here.
Yes, quite satisfied.
So, you got a problem, something you need, something that's not been addressed, or a promise that's been made that hasn't been kept, talk to me about it. That's all I got.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm very bad. Pardon
I'm
me.
going on leave.
Okay. Okay, yeah, good time to bring that up. Your contract amendments that you signed, the addendum that takes you out till May of 2012, there were some, what we call benchmark bonuses that'll be paid at quarterly increments, I believe it is, or 90 days, whatever. In order to get that bonus, you've got to be boots on the ground here in country before they enact that bonus. So I think your next milestone payment is the 12th of November. If you leave on the 9th of November on R&R, you will not get that bonus in your paycheck until you return, and it'll be the next pay period after that. You will not get it while you're on R&R in the States or wherever you're at. Corporate policy. Okay, everybody understand that? Okay, another question?
So what about if you sell an R&R? What is the time frame on that?
What?
What is the time frame on if you sell an R&R? If you're not going to go out of the country, you're going to be here. And you're going to just receive the check for it. What is the time
If
frame?
you're on,
If you're boots on
if
ground.
your boots on the ground in here on the 12th of November, it'll be in your next paycheck.
But
That's
just an
on
R&R,
that's
not a
on the bonus. Your R&R is, the same procedure would be that you fill out your travel request, pay for your $2,500, okay, you would receive that. Someone correct me, would you get the 2,500 or you get the 2,000?
Until the date they're eligible, that's when it's submitted, it can't be submitted before you're
Correct,
eligible.
correct. You have to be eligible for that R&R to sell it. You can sell that, you'll get your travel pay. The 144 hours is basically what it is that you accrue, will be settled your last, at the end of working. If you sign the new agreement, it'll be May 12th of 2012.
I'm confused.
Your actual reimbursement, 2,500, won't be paid for, you won't be eligible until the day. That's when it's actually sent in. The date
Until
of
the third- until the
90
third
days,
month?
like 90 days from your boots on ground. That date of eligibility, that's when it's sent to corporate, the process.
Okay, and
It
that,
can't be sent before then.
And you'll receive that after it's submitted.
Right.
okay.
That
so-
amount, but the 144 hours, your vacation time,
Right, not
that
that.
is settled at the end of your contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the actual 90-day R&R, your first 90-day R&R.
Just the
Yeah,
the 2,500 is what we've got.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, after, once your eligible date hits, you can sell that, yes. Yes.
To spin off of that, what if you leave the project before the end of your contract? Is that money settled then, or you lose that money?
The 144 hours?
Yeah.
No, that's an account that by law, what they have to do is like any other company that has vacation time, when you get your final paycheck, it's settled on your final paycheck.
Okay.
Yeah, any money that's accrued, that's what they call banked, it's in an account, you accrue that money, they can't take it away from you, but once you leave, it's all settled at the end of that. Yeah. Who else?
Can you sell your 10 days? I'm sorry.
Can I sell my what?
No, can't sell your timber.
No, you use it or lose it on the 10-day. And y'all do realize, we've tried to circumvent the system by, with this many people, it's so tough to get so many people out on R&Rs. I mean, it's tight. We all know that it's tight. So we've tried to kind of circumvent the system a little bit. We cannot get around it, the fact that you have to take your 10-day before you can take your first regular R&R of your second year. You can't take an 18, then an 18, and we'll hold that 10 to the last deal. Can't do that. You got to take that 10-day first. Once you're eligible for that 10-day, you have to take it before you can do it. I did not want to go back to the States. I had to move my house. It was murder moving a house in 4 days to Colorado because I only had 10 days to do it. Yeah, and it cost me a fortune. I'd have just as soon flown to Germany and spent a week there and do it. And honestly, y'all do what you want to do, but there's no way I'd fly home to the States for 10 days again. I'm not. It about killed me, man.
Up in Russia, we do it for 8.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but y'all are special. The Chernobyl thing. But yeah, that's just the way that it is. We're getting clarification on all these answers directly from corporate on how it's to be done and will be done. And that is one of the things that we cannot skirt again, is the 10-day. You will take your 10-day or lose your 10-day. And you have to take it first.
So how do you lose your 10-day, man?
Hmm?
How do you lose your 10-day? How do you lose it? Instead of you to lose, how do you lose it?
You lose it by not using it, and I see where you're going with this, but basically if you want to take your R&R, and I do need to get clarification from them on this, because the question has come up before, that if you just refuse to take your 10-day and you want your 18-day, you will immediately lose your 10-day. By jumping it, does that make sense?
You're just saying you take your vacation time instead of taking your 10 days.
Correct. But I want to get clarification on that because I don't want to tell you something that's not absolutely in stone.
Still get 2,500 for your 10 days?
You do, but you can't sell that. If you take your 10 days, you get the 2,500 for your 10 days. Yes. What else?
I've had a question about the interim secret clearance. How good is that for, and the second part of that is, the personnel in charge of doing or forwarding the interview information to the government states that there has to be at least a 60-day advance notice back to the United States, or R&R. We're not, sometimes if we submit for R&R, we have to wait until it's approved. So we
Because
could
of our
submit
staff.
something in January and find out in February that it is or is not approved based on the number of personnel that are leaving. If they're asking for a 2-month advance notice, how do we correct that? Because unless you have a 90-day notice, they're not going to grant the interview. And I've been back to states, this would be my 4th R&R, and I still do not possess a secret clearance. My concern is that the number of months left on this contract will expire before that.
I'm not sure what the federal government regulations are on if they even need to interview you to grant you your full-time clearance, okay?
When we first got here, there wasn't a human resources, there was nothing established. When we took our R&R, no one advised us that we had to contact anybody. So my first 2 R&Rs were based on waiting for them to contact me.
Well, now, not everybody requires an interview.
Well, I was told that
Yeah, on an individual, on a case-by-case basis, they'll say, we got to have an interview.
right.
Okay.
So,
Depends what you put on your application, okay? They're gonna go through that, they're gonna verify everything that they see on this application. If they can do it without question, they're not gonna come interview.
well, I was told by Natasha by email that I needed to have a process interview. She asked me
Okay.
why this wasn't done when we first got here.
Okay?
My response was, we didn't have anything established when we
Nobody
first got
told
here.
us, yeah.
No one
When
told
we
me.
got here, we didn't have internet,
That
we didn't have
changed,
anything.
I think, 8 months into the contract that I was in. So now I'm fairly going back to the United States on my regular R&R, and it is virtually impossible for me to even schedule an interview because of the time frame she's requested.
Well,
That's
now,
where the problem
as
is.
far as scheduling them now, we've got them to where if you put in for an R&R today, I try and have it submitted within 24 hours as far as looking at the schedule, seeing when you can go. Now, granted, that doesn't do you a lot of good in this yet. I get that. But we're trying to get it to where you can schedule it out a little bit further in advance to see it. And I tell you what you might want to do. Here's the whole fishbowl of that situation. They want you to come in and interview to grant you your clearance. If you get the clearance is going to carry with you for years. It's something you might want to have. Okay? A lot of people come just to get a clearance. With that being said, you might want to try coordinating getting the interview dates that they can secure and taking your R&R on those days. I've had some individuals that have done that and been successful with it. I have yet to see anybody that has gone back to the States and called and said, I'm here, ready for my interview. That ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you that right now.
I gave her,
It's not
I gave
gonna
her
happen.
45 days notice so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
And I
They're so
specifically
booked out of there. They have The last report that I got was 413,000 clearances. They're trying to not really revoke, but they're not going to pick up because there are too many clearances floating around. Just too many. And 90% of those are from contractors in either, overseas somewhere, overdoing things like this, working on these things. People that have got them that aren't using them anymore. There's just a glut of all these people that, yeah, I got a clearance, yeah, me too. I got one on Thursday. It's one of those type of situations. They're being very scrutinous on what they do. So it would be to your best interest to try to secure a date that you can do that, and I'll be more than happy to work with you on getting you some time on that.
Well, my concern is not so much getting the clearance. That's not my concern. My concern is I've been here almost 16 months on the 20th of October.
Still on the
And I still don't have my clearance yet. But the issue is, what is the time limitation on an interim? That was never specified.
Well, it's 2 years, though.
5 years.
Going.
5 years if you're with the same company. Yeah, they have 2 years. They have 2 years to secure an investigation, and you can go once they have up to 5 years. They can hold it out and say, yeah, we'll get the price. We look over some stuff. We've talked to them. Just keep skating the way you're going. They got it for 5 years. I've never seen one go that long.
These interviews are not a long, drawn-out thing. They're anywhere from half hour to an hour, normally.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I mean, they come in and they look you in the eye and make sure it's you. They'll ask you a few questions. And very seldom do they ever really start digging anything deep. They're never going to put you through a polygraph for secret. Top secret, yeah. But not secret. So again, it's not a big issue. It's not a time-consuming thing. It's just getting in or getting them to come to you. That's all that is. And again, it's scheduled.
I've had one interview, and they actually came to me because a lot of like retired Treasury Department and Navy and stuff like that do these. And they came to me and they sat me down, and it took all of 15 minutes. Hi, how you doing? This is that. Okay, this is your name, da 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 da. What countries have you been to in the last few years? This. No. Come on. Da 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 da. I had a layover somewhere, and they stamped my passport. I failed to put it on there. I pulled out my passport. Oh, damn. Netherlands. Yep, that's what we were looking for. Sorry, I missed it. And there was a discrepancy on that. Thank you very much. Have a good day. That was it, man.
I had 91 pages of travel that I had to put on my application. And did I miss some? Yeah, probably. They'll probably catch me. But as much traveling as I do, I mean, sometimes 5 times a month I'm gone.
Yeah.
So, again, the interviews usually are real easy. They're quick. They're not putting the thumb screws on you and asking you what's your name, what's your rank, what's your serial number, and your name. So if you haven't had it, try to get it done. Okay, answer your question.
Something to think about on your clearances also, they've had a new policy that's come out that I read about that started, I want to say September. I'll have to go back and look. You realize what your credit score means to your clearance, don't you? It means a lot. If your credit score gets below 600, they can revoke your clearance.
We've already had that happen to one employee.
Yes.
It was devastating to him. He
Yes.
never had an idea that that was a problem.
And it wasn't him that it was a family member that went on his credit. They just revoked his clearance. Yeah,
So it's important to maintain a good credit standing before we turn the check.
yeah. So things are changing with clearances. Everybody and their dog's got a clearance. They're changing. You know, anybody can get an interim as long as you don't have felonies lined up and the computer banks at NASA don't kick on when they run your name to the computer. Anybody can get an interim. But to get your clearance, and once you get it, man, it's just as easy to lose it. When DWI, you lose your clearance, you can't get a clearance. Ever again. any kind of a felony arrest. In most cases, it doesn't even have to be a conviction, just an arrest, depending on the felony. Yeah. So, think about that.
Assault charge. Big time.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah. Anything having to do with domestic violence, assault, or sex, you're done. Might as well say, would you like fries with that? Because that's about what's going to happen. Because it does show up on your record if you've had a clearance and you lose your clearance. Government documents, anything involving that, not turning in, if you have government equipment or issue items that are not turned in, that are not returned. Have fun with that. They're watching this. 10 years ago, well, we've been in this war 10 years. 15 years ago, wouldn't have been a big issue. With a war going on, the security world is eyes right on you. Who else? Everybody ready for ice cream?
Did you get it?
Luke,
I don't have any, but
Oh,
shit.
Mr. Poston's gonna bring his ice cream. He said he was gonna bring his ice cream.
Luke, go
You got
ahead.
ice cream? Yeah. All right, y'all see Mr. Poston for ice cream. Yes.
Can you address a rumor?
Vicious one.
A vicious rumor?
I don't know. Depends if I know anything about it.
I've heard from 5 different people,
Uh-huh.
slightly variation on each one.
Always.
There has been a recent firing because the person was looking for a job.
Whoa, that's vicious.
I had fun with that.
Rumor mill. Don't believe it.
Would you address that in the morning's meeting where everybody can hear it so that we can stop that rumor?
Why do we have to stop the rumor?
Yeah.
Because it unnerves me to hear these stupid rumors.
You're a grown man of at least 21 years of age, and you're going to let that bother you?
Yes, it bothers me.
He does, yeah. I was really happy to hear about it.
Oh,
You're his roommate? Dude, he moved into my room a week before I left. I owe you a big apology. No, I know where the rumor came from, and it is way out of whack.
vicious.
Way out of whack. If it doesn't involve you, Luke, keep it to yourself. If it doesn't
Okay.
involve you, stop spreading the rumor.
I didn't spread the
You
rumor.
just brought it up. That helps too. I don't mind answering the questions at all, and I know where it came from. But no, ask the questions if you want, but everyone sitting around talking about it, somebody grow a set and come ask me. I'll tell you. But no. It probably took 5 of you to count and figure out who's gone. Sit around and put matchsticks together and take 2 away.
I'm still a little confused if
I'm sorry, what, Mr. Davis?
My name?
Yeah. Oh, you were saying something. I thought you had a comment.
I did, I said that was an insult.
What?
People sitting around putting matchsticks to figure out who done it, that's kind of insult, that's not.
Well, maybe to you, but we sit around and talk at night, so that wasn't meant for everybody.
Those don't mean tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was wondering, a while back we heard that WGI URS wouldn't be bidding on this next contract coming next year, and then we heard again that we're going to be bidding on it. What do you know if we're going to be bidding or not
We
bidding?
will know in December if they recompete. Nobody knows.
It's a corporate decision.
Yeah, it's a corporate decision. And everyone was told up front weeks ago, we don't know if they're going to or not.
So the person said that the person saying we were bidding didn't really know what was going on.
There's always going to be speculation of are we or aren't we. We would like to keep everybody employed. We would hope to keep everybody going through another contract. It would be nice to be able to do it, and that was the hopes. And a lot of the questions that were raised were, are we going to? Well, we would like to. We haven't got a firm answer on whether or not it will be done or not. We'll know in December whenever they make the announcements of they are or are not going to recompete. And at this point, I have no idea. I don't know, because I hear the same thing y'all hear. So. Who's next? Yes.
Back to the
applying for the job, is it possible to lose your clearance around applying for another job somewhere?
Yes. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. My best employee in Kandahar, I can't give you his name, best guy, man, great guy, retired Navy, not a problem. He applied for a job with the company called GPS. Now, GPS sent him a contingent offer. Would you be willing to accept this? When they sent him the offer, they sent him a letter. It's called a 531 or a 501 form approach to 5. You sign this stating that you do have a clearance. You know, it's yes, I do have a clearance statement. When he signed that, they took his clearance, took it away from our company. They took ownership of his clearance by that. GPS did. Problem is, without a clearance with our company, I had to fire him and send him home. You know what the worst part about that is? They still haven't accepted his offer. They still haven't given him a job, and he's been gone 2 months.
What would be the proper way, what would have been the proper way for him?
Be careful what you sign and read it. Because I'm telling you, I honestly don't want to give you a false answer. Different companies have different rules of what they do. If you're looking at another job, then you need to be very careful about what you're signing and what you tell them. Because at any point, it's not taking ownership. I can't remember. They took custody of his clearance. All they did was call Spot and say, yep, does this guy have one? All they were supposed to do was call and say, yes, does he have one? And check on it. Nope. Somebody in an office said, yeah, we're taking his. The minute they did, it's flagged. Our security office sent me an email. I had 48 hours to put him on a plane. If you lose your clearance, you have 48 hours to be off of this base. Period. And you will be.
So when he signed for them to take this from him.
He signed a statement, and I didn't see the statement they got, but he signed stating that he did have a clearance and was willing to take a contingent offer. Y'all know what contingent means. It means it ain't guaranteed.
Right. Yeah.
So by doing that, they took his clearance. It's the only case that I've seen that on, but whenever it was brought up, many people said, oh, we've heard a lot about that. You got to be careful of the company. Especially if you're over here and in theater, and they say, well, I'll just walk across the street. It doesn't work that way. Because you're actually violating the law without going back to the U.S. and reprocessing in the U.S. to come right back over here and walk across the street and have a job. And you will lose your clearance for that. They may have it for a few months, but when they find out you did not go back to your CRC and redeploy, you'll lose your clearance. When that company you just started with, you get to go. I've seen that happen a lot. Especially in Kandahar, because a lot of people decide they're just going to jump over the Dynacor. Now I'll just go to Dubai for 3 days and come back over here. 2 months later, they're out of a job and they've lost their clearance. Good luck coming back over. It's a shame. I mean, I don't care if somebody gets another job. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. It's your future. You know?
What it sounds like you're saying, and I don't know what you're saying, the person you're saying lost their clearance, like they don't have a clearance anymore.
No. They lost it with us. They lost it. Yeah, they lost it to the other company.
You say that.
Yeah.
When you say you lose your clearance, it's like it's banned.
Well, I don't care about that company. To me, they lost their clearance. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. You're correct. They picked up his clearance. They just haven't offered him a job yet. I talked to him last week.
If you're going to do something like that, you got to sign an offer letter. That says you have the job, not a contingency.
Correct. And you have to be very careful about how it's worded.
Right.
But honestly, I wouldn't sign a thing until I got on the phone and talked to that guy and said, I want to hear your word. If I sign this, do I have this job? Because I mean, heck of a good guy, you know? And he didn't even know it until he called the company after I got the email.